He has Protect, okay. We're gonna find out if he's Choice Scarfed right now. I can actually Encore him into that too, so that's great. He went for Protect, so I can actually Encore him in. He's not Scarfed, you're dead. Unless you're Focus Sash, you're dead. Goodbye. Turn 1 KO. Goodbye, Chuck Norris. All the training in the world, you couldn't eat that one. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G VGC. Alolan Raichu is actually another mon that is actually seeing kind of a little bit of a resurgence. I wouldn't say it's really like a resurgence, but it's actually kind of getting some usage now, especially with Miraidon being allowed in the restricted Regulation G format. Just mainly because of its ability, Surge Surfer. So under electric terrain, you get double speed, which Alolan Raichu already has really good speed. So like with double speed, you pretty much outspeed any mon in the entire game under electric terrain. And it actually has a really good supportive move pool. And actually, the people are actually starting to use it more of a supportive mon alongside Miraidon. There's actually a team that kind of showcases it really well. I've also used another team on Showdown. Somebody gave me with a supportive Alolan Raichu like Miraidon team. It was a little bit different than this, but it also did pretty well, and it was pretty fun to play, so I kind of wanted to feature something similar for you guys on the channel. I know there's going to be somebody that said, oh, well, you already featured Alolan Raichu before, bro. Many times. I think you were featured in Regulation F and blah, blah, blah. I think you might have featured it in Regulation G at the start of Regulation G. But I'm telling you guys right now, that first team I might have used with like Alolan Raichu on at the start of Regulation G. I think this team is probably a lot better than that team, especially with the format being way more developed and people kind of knowing how to use certain stuff now. So, it's team by Dominic. If you guys want to use this team, rental equipment in the corner, pokepaste down below. I think we featured a few of their teams on the channel before. I think 1 or 2 of their teams in the past recently. So, kind of going to run through this team real quick and kind of go through what it kind of wants to do and kind of I wouldn't say really how to use it, but kind of how it's laid out for you guys, and they're gonna help in some games. Another thing as well, if you guys have anything you guys want me to feature, like I've been trying to feature some more like unique type of teams. I have been really struggling to find some like really unique type of teams because I think the format's just really over centralizing. It doesn't really allow for very much like oddball stuff to be kind of used, and I know that's the stuff you kind of like to see most, especially at least for me. It's really a lot more fun to play than like your cookie cutter like copy paste rental teams every single game. So I like to kind of use that stuff as well, and it's been really difficult trying to find that type of stuff. So if you guys have any like stuff that's kind of Regulation G based, like in the format, like with the restricteds, like some more unique type stuff you guys want me to feature, throw me a copy paste or like a rental code, mainly a rental code. That's the main thing I need if you guys want me to possibly feature it on the channel, and I'll check it out, and if I like it, I might feature it in a future video. So, or if there's anything you guys want to try to have me look for and try to feature, let me know in the comments down below as well if there's anything I should look for that you guys want to see. But kind of struggling finding teams for you guys that are actually unique, so I'm going to keep on trying to bring you guys like Regulation G stuff, but man, I'm really struggling to find some like unique teams that just aren't like copy paste, like Calyrex rental team number 10 that type stuff, like for example, like that type of shit. So I don't know, it's really difficult to find. I think this format really isn't the greatest for like trying to be creative because it doesn't really allow for that much, especially if you want to get wins and not get destroyed every single game. So, but as for this team, got the Raichu on here with the Focus Sash. It's actually a supportive Raichu. It does get Fake Out, which is really good. Electro Whip for speed control, mainly because with Surge Surfer alongside the Miraidon, you're gonna outspeed pretty much everything. You got the Fake Tears as well alongside the Miraidon. As long as the Miraidon's the thing that is able to go second on the turn, you pretty much one-shot whatever gets its special defense dropped, especially with Specs Miraidon. You like get pretty much clean KOs, which I think is really, really good. And then you also have the Encore, which is a non-prankster Encore. So you're also able to Encore stuff like Grimmsnarl and Incineroar, which are the two things that I really like to use prankster type moves that are dark types that are immune to other prankster mons. You can actually get around that with Encore, which is really, really cool. So kind of overall really cool support mon. I think the Terragos is just there to try to dodge fake outs and that type of thing, but overall, we're going to start doing it's kind of probably the best way to use Alolan Raichu is as more of a supportive mon, because I think offensively it just gets outshadowed by so many things. There's just no reason to really use it as an offensive mon currently, which kind of sucks. It's mainly because I think the electric psychic typing is a really cool typing, but it doesn't have rising voltage, so it kind of sucks. And that's kind of one main reason why it kind of got downgraded this generation for whatever reason. You got the main restrict on this team, the specs from Rhydon with the Terra Electric. This overall is a really standard set. Not going to talk about it very much. His choice specs, spam electric type moves, there you go, pretty much. You got the Rocky Helmet Flipper on this team with the wide guard, mainly more of a supportive Flipper. It also helps out the Landorus with Sandsteer Storm. Sandsteer Storm in rain is 100% accurate, so that's kind of cool. And then you also have the Registeel, which in rain reduces the fire type move damage, which could be pretty good into stuff like Koraidon and Groudon and a few other things. Chiyu's really common current. There's a few other fire types that are being played. Gouging Fire, Entei once in a while, so a few other ones. Heatran's kind of on the way back up again, like spam fire type move. So in the rain, it won't be able to do as much. You also have Terra Water there as a defensive Terra on the Registeel, but it's kind of more of a defensive Pelipper, more of a supportive one for the rain mainly. You got the Registeel with the leftovers, Body Press, Iron Defense, Heavy Slam stuff. It's a really standard Registeel set. Life Orb, Landorus with Sheer Force, just really straightforward. Like I said, Sandsteer Storm in the rain is 100% accurate, so you got a double spread move that does a shit ton of damage. Kind of cool. And then you got the Black Glasses Moltres. With a Berserk boost, actually hits pretty hard, so let's see how that actually does. You also have the Tailwind there. Just mainly because you don't have the Tailwind on the Pelipper. You got Protect on the Pelipper instead. You got Tailwind on the Moltres for this team, so overall, it looks to be a really good team on paper. We're going to see how this goes. Top of some games. Earlier the game, my opponent's running a rain team with Palkia, which looks kind of cool. He has Palkia, the Pelipper, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Flutter Mane, and Mungus. So, apart from the Palkia, man, you wouldn't really even be able to tell a difference from like a lot of the current teams being used. What I bring here, I think the good thing here is like my opponent's team is just really weak to electric type moves. I think that's the one great thing here. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to bring Raichu and Rhydon lead. What else do I want to bring? I don't even know if I really need the Pelipper here, because if he throws up rain, that's fine, I don't really care. What else do I want to bring? Actually, Terra Water Registeel actually looks really good here, too. Looks really, really good. I'll bring Registeel in the back. What else do I want to bring? I don't think I really need Wide Guard here. The Pelipper I don't really care bringing because I don't really want to set up the rain for him at all. I want him to set it up if he wants to bring it himself. I think I could bring Landorus ain't bad here either. I think I bring Moltres here though. I think Moltres is a little bit better. I just kind of gotta be careful a little bit for the Flutter Mane, but that's why I have the Registeel, so I'm not really too worried about it. Just kind of really depends what he brings. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. For some reason, like at least like over 80 to 90% of you guys that watch these videos are not subs. So if every single one of you guys that was watching these videos actually subscribe to the channel, we'd probably be at like 2,000 subs. So please sub. It'd be really helpful for the channel. Allows me to keep on bringing you guys more content in the future and really helps out the channel. So leaves Flutter Mane, which kind of sucks for me. Flutter Mane and the Pelipper here, so I'm Sash, so I don't really give a shit here what he wants to do. I'm just going to fake out the Pelipper. If he's Sash, I break his Sash. I'm actually going to go Terra here. I'm going to go Terra on the Miraidon, predicting a Moonblast, and then I'm just going to get the Electro Drift here and just get this thing out of here. He might also just withdraw the Pelipper, and he does. So I kind of waste my move here. He goes into Rillaboom to get rid of my terrain. Kind of sucks. I should have probably predicted that too, because he had Rillaboom there just to mainly get rid of my terrain, so I probably could have predicted that was a good plan as part. I didn't really think about that at all. Terra Fairy. And if he's specs, like if he's choice specs Flutter Mane, he might actually just straight up one-shot me. But I think he just goes after Raichu here. If I knew he was Terra Fairy too, I would have tried to fake out Flutter Mane. That would have been like a million IQ play, but it was too early in the game to kind of predict a Terra turn 1. Oh, you specs. If he one-shots me, he's choiced. That does a fuck ton of damage, and he gets the special attack drop. Oh, that's great. Oh, that is so good. We're in a bad spot here, because I don't think this actually one-shots him anymore because of the special attack drop. Oh, it actually does. Because of the critical hit Wow, the clutch critical hit. That 100% mattered because I have no terrain and I'm at -1 special attack. That 100% mattered there. Shitty thing though here is like I'm forced to switch on this turn because I want to get rid of my terrain or get his terrain out of here, and I want to keep the Miraidon around here. So I could also just make a double switch. I don't have protect on this Raichu though. I could just make a double here actually if I really wanted to, because I don't really give a shit about the Palkia. I can kind of just sack off the Moltres here if I really want to. I think the Raichu actually does more for me in this game. I'm actually going to make a double switch here. I'll go into the Registeel here, and then I'm just going to go into the Moltres. Like, now I know his entire team. He has Blipper in the back, too, so... He has no Terra, either. In the rain, like, he's going to hit pretty hard, but, like, I think he has to land a Hydro Pump to try to do that. Like, I can also go... try to set up like Iron Defense here and stuff too. He has Earth Power. Oh, I caught an Earth Power on the way in. That's bad. I wish he would have went for that on the Miraidon. I'm actually going to Tailwind here. I'm going to protect and I'm going to actually Tailwind on this turn. I'm going to Tailwind here. I don't think he has any way to one-shot Moltres. I think having Tailwind here is pretty good. I assume the Plipper is probably Sash. I don't know what the item is on this Palkia. Unless he was Life Orb. I just wasn't paying attention. He goes for Protect, that's fine. It's completely fine. Now, I think with a Tailwind, I think the Registeel should be able to outspeed the Rillaboom. The only shitty thing is, though, like, I don't know if it really pays setting up, because, like, he's just gonna try to Earth Power me over and over, so I don't know if it really pays setting up. I think I'm kind of just mainly trying to go for damage. I think that's kind of what I need to maybe do here. I'll Body Press. I'll see how much damage it does, and then I'll just go for Fiery Wrath here. I could also get a Flinch. This can flinch. That does a lot of damage. I didn't expect to do that much. Spatial range. He brings me down to Berserk range. That's cool. Body Press. That does more than I thought it was going to, even without being set up. I'm assuming what he wants to do, he wants to go into Blipper because the Blipper has Wide Guard. That's what he really wants to do here. But, like, I have Foul Play, so Foul Play should still do a shit ton of damage to the Palkia. And that's fine by me, so... I think what I'm going to do on this turn, he could Protect here too, I guess. Just to try to get rid of the Blipper. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up an Iron Defense here. If he protects Palkia, then I get a free setup. If he doesn't, then I knock him out with Foul Play. I think that's what I do here. He does Protect, so... I don't know what he has to one-shot Registeel here. Foul Play, unless he just goes after the Moltres. There's no Wide Guard either. I could have just went for Fiery Wrath. I think I would have got away with it. I thought he was going to Wide Guard. No Wide Guard. Oh, he has his own Tailwind. That's why. That's why. He has no Rain now, though. Like, I'm fully set up. Like, I'm going to do a shit ton of damage on the Registeel now. I don't think he has any way to one-shot me with the Registeel at this point in the game. And he loses his Drain. So that's pretty good. I'm just going to go Body Press on the Palkia here. I just Body Press, and then he could go Wide Guard here again. But I'm just going to Fiery Wrath, I think, on this turn. Oh, there's the Wide Guard. There's the Wide Guard. The guy faked me out. What a play. He faked me out. He has Flamethrower. How much is that going to do? That's really surprising he actually has that, because he also has Rain. So that's kind of really unsynergistic with his team. I'm surprised he actually has Flamethrower on there. That's actually reduced damage in the Rain. This thing out of here, though. So we're looking pretty good here, actually, because, like, I don't think he has, like, anything for Reg at this point in the game. Like, I don't know what he has to one-shot. Plus, he's going to set up the terrain for me again. On this next turn, I can actually just protect and just get a shit ton of health back. I can actually double protect on this turn to stall out his own Tailwind, too. Because he's going to fake something out on this turn. So, I think I just double protect here. He surrenders! Okay. I think that was a bit of a premature surrender, but I can see why he maybe did. Because he knows I have Miraidon and the Alolan Raichu in the back, which kind of just sweep him late game, so... Bad. I'll take the dub. I'm not going to complain. I'll take the surrender. Free win. I wouldn't say it was a free win, but we played really good. Not bad. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we heard another game. My opponent's actually running a Zamazenta team. I don't know if this is a copy-paste rental, but it sure as hell looks like one. He has Glamora, Chi-Yu, Incineroar, Rillaboom. I'm falling asleep just reading his team. Zamazenta or Shifu. Copy-paste. I guarantee you it's probably copy-paste. I think the good thing here is, though, like, what does he really have for, I guess maybe if he's Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, that can be kind of a problem, which his team kind of looks like it might be. I think I just leave Raichu Miraidon here. Like, I don't know what does he have for that, actually, at all. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave with that, actually, because he has Rillaboom, too. He's going to bring the Rillaboom. He's 100% bringing Rillaboom here. I think I'm actually going to bring Pelipper here. I bring Pelipper Landorus lead. I think is a little bit better. I'll bring Miraidon in the back. And I think I'll bring Raichu. I think that's my play here. I don't want to lead with it because if he leads Rillaboom, then he gets rid of my terrain and he can also swap right into it. So we're going to learn from our mistakes in this last match because I kind of misplayed there. It didn't really cost us the game. We ended up winning, but still. I'm fine with this. I'm completely fine with this. So I wanted to bring Landorus too because it's really good in the Incineroar and the Glamora. And the Glamora is like Force to Terra if he wants to survive a turn. Or just Spiky Shield. I think he just goes for Fake Out here. If he goes for Fake Out, he takes Rocky Helmet chip damage, so that's fine. And I'm just going to Weather Ball here. Weather Ball the... he's actually in a bad spot because if he doesn't Fake Out the Pelipper, then he gets Weather Balled and he dies. And if he doesn't Fake Out the Landorus, then, like, still both things go down here. So this is really good for me. I spam here. He doesn't go for Fake Out, you're dead. He's a Focus Sash Glamora. He just gets one-shotted. Wow. What a turn one for me. What a turn. That's why I wanted to bring Landorus. I noticed that towards the end. I was like, man, Landorus looks really good here. He has Stealth Rocks. Okay. I mean, that kind of sucks because it breaks the sash on my Alolan Raichu, but I mean, I'll take the double down on turn one. That's crazy good for me. You can go ahead and set up your Stealth Rocks all you want, bud. Like, Zamazenta's not going to want to eat a Sandsteer Storm. He has Chi-Yu. If you're Scarf Chi-Yu, like, you're in the rain now, too. So, like, you're not going to be doing as much damage. And he does have the Zamazenta. So, like, I just spam Sandsteer Storm here again. He has to be choiced. He probably has to be choiced. I don't think he's going to go for a Heat Wave. That doesn't really make sense in the rain. So I'm just going to Weather Ball here and get rid of the Chi-Yu, and then I'm going to Sandsteer Storm again. My opponent's team is really weak to Landorus. That's one huge weakness on my opponent's team. Like, he's really, really weak to Landorus. Hey, he's actually Terra Ghost. Are you choiced Chi-Yu, though? I don't think he is. Otherwise, he would outsped Zamazenta. Iron Defense, I don't know if that really matters. He gets one-shotted. He gets one-shotted by it. Wow. I didn't expect to go into... He actually Terra Ghost, okay. I mean, it one-shots the Pelipper. I'll give him that, but I don't know. I don't know what that really... He's not Choice Scarf, so I don't know if it really matters much. Like, I have Earth Power, too, so, like, I can just... I mean, I don't think it really matters what I click here. I think, like, he just surrenders. I don't know if he just stays in the match. He just surrenders here, I think. I think he just surrenders. He's gonna stay, though. He's gonna take the L like a man. This is what you call being really weak to a certain mon. My opponent's team, like, looking in the team preview, like, going and looking at his team, especially with, like, considering, like, the Landorus usually carries Sludge Bomb. Like, that's not really a... Rillaboom's not really that much of a check to Landorus if they have Sludge Bomb. Like, go look at my opponent's team in team preview and then, like, look at Landorus. Like, Landorus Eye is just so good into my opponent's team. It's one mon that, like, single-handedly, like, destroys my opponent's team. We just got really lucky here. I was glad I noticed that towards the end. Because I was going to lead, like, Miraidon, Raichu. I was like, oh, wow, Landorus looks so good here. I figured I might as well lead on Landorus and just go YOLO, because it has a really good matchup into him, and we ended up sweeping him pretty much. Whatever. Really short game, so I'm going to include another extra match in the video for you guys. So that's cool. See you guys in another game. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent's actually running a Solgaleo team, which is kind of unique. I've not ran into Solgaleo on the ladder for quite a while. Nobody's really using it at all. It's actually running Double Steel type too, which is really unique. Fluttermane, I was going to say Chiyu, not Chiyu. Incineroar, or Shifu, Solgaleo, Tornadus, and Golden Go. This is another team, like... I really want to bring Landorus here. Landorus is really good into my opponent's team again. It's really good into his team. It hits, like... I mean, Tornadus can't really do that much to Landorus, especially if I have Wide Guard. It hits, like, 4 things on his team for really good damage. I think I just lead for Landorus here again. It's really good. What else do I want to bring here? Miraidon's also really good. I'm going to bring the Miraidon. I think I actually bring Registeel. It's mainly for Fluttermane. I think especially if I can get set up with the Registeel, I can be in a pretty good spot. The only shitty thing is I get walled by Golden Go, but I don't think that matters that much. I guess Moltres ain't bad. There's a lot of stuff I can bring to this game. We have a pretty good matchup into his team. Just depends what he really brings. This is actually pretty good. This is actually pretty good. I think worst case scenario is if he has Tailwind, but like I have Wide Guard here, so I'm not really too scared of that at all. And then I just go for Earth Power here. Actually, what's the base power on Earth Power? Sandsteer is actually stronger, and it's 100% accurate in Rain, so I'm actually going to go for that. If he has Make It Rain here, then I just block it with Wide Guard. If he has Bleak Wind Storm, it gets blocked. Even if he's Tailwind, like I don't know if a Shadow Ball one-shots me. There's the Bleak Wind Storm. So I should outspeed Golden Go here. He's not even Terra either, unless he's Sash. Doesn't affect Tornadus, that's fine. It just gets a one-shot. It's a huge threat out of the way. Huge threat out of the way. Goodbye, Benjamin. That's huge. It's mainly because the Registeel couldn't touch that thing. So, like, that being out of the way now, the Registeel looks really good. Chuck Norris, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, Chuck Norris. You know what they say about Chuck Norris, y'all. And I think this Tornadus gets fucking walled. The Tornadus just gets fucking walled here. I mean, I guess what he does on this turn, he goes for Tailwind, theoretically, I think. I think he just goes for Tailwind. I think this is kind of where the Landorus' usefulness kind of drops off, unfortunately, here. I'm going to go for Hurricane onto the Urshifu here. I could switch out into, like, the Registeel, too, but, like, I kind of want to just get a free switch in and then go Terra Water, if I really can. I don't think the Landorus really does much more for me here. I'll Sandsteer Storm again. I think he's either forced to go for Bleak Wind Storm, or, like, he sets up his Tailwind, because otherwise I outspeed him, so... He could be Scarfed or Shifu as well. He's going Terra Water, he might be Scarfed. I'm hoping he goes after Pelipper to try to get rid of the Pelipper because he can take so much Rocky Helmet damage. There's a Tailwind. So I'm glad I went for Hurricane here. Landorus is gone. Just gets one-shotted. Holy shit. Chuck Norris ain't fooling around. I get the Confusion. That's huge. Fusion is huge. What do I do here? I mean, with the Tailwind up, I don't really want to go into Miraidon. I think I just go into Registeel here and I just go Terra Water. I think that's my play. Because, like, the Urshifu can't do shit. If he goes after Pelipper, he takes Rocky Helmet and dies. And then I could go for Wide Guard here, too, I think. I'm missing a Wide Guard on this turn. I'm going to Wide Guard, I'm going to go Terra Water and Body Suppress. From this range should take out the Urshifu. We'll see if he's Choice Scarfs, too, because a lot of the times, usually if they run, even like alongside Tailwind, they usually like to run Choice Scarf or Urshifu. It's usually like the most common item. He's going to withdraw the Tornadus. He knows he can't do shit versus me because of the Wide Guard. He actually has the Flutter Mane too, so that's kind of scary. He hits himself in Confusion, that's great. The Wide Guard doesn't do shit though, but I figured I might as well go for it in case he stays in. That tells me he has nothing to hit Pelipper, so as long as the Pelipper's around, like the Tornadus just doesn't do anything, I can kind of just double into the Flutter Mane. And I'm at full health now too, so that's great. There's no way the Flutter Mane one-shots a Registeel, even if he's Terra. And he can't because he wastes his Terra, so looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good here. Just Wide Guard again. And I have Heavy Slam for the Flutter Mane. I'm assuming the Tornadus has like Rain Dance, probably Rain Dance, Tailwind, Bleak Windstorm. I don't know what his last move is, maybe Protect. Goes for Moonblast. It actually one-shots me, that's surprising. Can't go for Bleak Windstorm though, because the Wide Guard still persists even if you die on that current turn. Does not go away until the end of the turn. See, it's one-shotted. Goodbye, LeBron. I don't know, I'll give you credit, bro. You have some cool nicknames, but LeBron for Flutter Mane does not make any sense. I'm assuming that means it's named LeBron after like LeBron James, the basketball person. I don't know. When I look at Flutter Mane, I don't see LeBron James. I'm sorry, I don't see that one. Kind of an awful nickname for Flutter Mane. I think he just loses at this point. Like, he has nothing. He has nothing for Miraidon. I think he just loses here. Miraidon comes in and cleans up the game. Miraidon comes in and wins, I think. I think he surrenders. Yeah, it does nothing. This guy is about to get sent to, like, the 10th dimension. Get out of here. Miraidon with the late game cleanup. Giving us the dub. I'm really liking this team. I'm really liking this team. Out of every single game so far, including my testing matches, at least up until this far, I did around about 4 or 5 testing games. I've won every single match with this team up until this point. So like the few games you guys have seen so far, plus my testing games, I've won all my matches. I'm undefeated with this team so far. I'll throw you guys one more game. We're doing really, really good. I'm really liking this team. Alright, we actually got a rematch versus the same person here, so we're going to see if they actually bring the Solgaleo this time, because the one thing they actually never brought last time, just coming to think about it, is they never even brought their Restricted. They didn't even hit the field, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lead something different here. I think what he's going to do this time, he's going to try to change it up. I think he's still going to bring the Tornadus and everything, but I'm going to try to make something different here. I'm going to bring the Raichu Miraidon lead to kind of change it up. else do I want to bring here? I think the Registeel is still so good into his team still. I still want to bring the Registeel. I don't know, it comes down if I want to bring Landorus or Pelipper still, though. I think I'll bring Landorus. I'm going to try to bypass the wide guard here. But we got a double header here, y'all. Rematch. He actually brings the Solgaleo this time. And the Urshifu without any Tailwind support. So is he actually Scarf or Shifu? We're going to find out. Because we never did find out last game. I actually have Fake Out here too. I kind of just go for Fake Out on this turn. Unfortunately, the Solgaleo, I can't go for Fake Tears on it because it has Clear Body, which kind of sucks. So I can go for Fake Out here onto the Solgaleo, and then I'm just going to go for Electro Drift onto the Urshifu here. He has Protect, okay. We're going to find out if he's Choice Scarfed right now. I can actually Encore him into that too, so that's great. He went for Protect, so I can actually Encore him in. He's not Scarfed, you're dead. Unless you're Focus Sash, you're dead. Goodbye. Turn 1 KO. Goodbye, Chuck Norris. All the training in the world, you couldn't eat that one. Brought LeBron James again. I don't know, it's gonna be the shitty thing here is like it's kind of a speed tie. So I have two plays I can make here. I can go for Electro Web, which I should outspeed the Flutter Mane because he's not speed booster under terrain. I can go just double into the Flutter Mane here if I really want to, but like I don't know what the Solgaleo has for the Miraidon. Usually they run Sunsteel Strike and usually a Psychic type move. So I don't know if it has anything to like one-shot the Miraidon, but I kind of just have to hope he doesn't. Let's go for Electro Drift again. I'm gonna go Terra. What are you, Terra Fairy? Watch him pull out the 2 million IQ Terra Ground. That's not. I don't know if you live this though. Like, as long as I land this Electro Web, that prevents the speed tie here. I do. And I break a possible Sash on his Flutter Mane too. This here is the power of this combo, yo. That's why this is so good. Like, you can kind of double into whatever you really want to here. You can slow stuff down. You got the Fake Out there. You got the Encore too, which is what I would have did if you never had Flutter Mane. I would have Encored the Solgaleo into Protect. You got the Fake Tears, which is non-Prankster boosted, which you can actually use on a lot of the Dark types that are really common, like Incineroar and stuff too, without having to worry about the Prankster making it nullified. So he just has, I think he has his Zen Headbutt or whatever the fuck that was, so that's fine. Whatever, it's fine by me. I think what I do here is I'm actually gonna just go for Fake Tears onto the Incineroar here. He's gonna Fake Out on something. It's gonna be a roll of whether a Zen Headbutt actually even kills the Miraidon here, if I'm being real, so. I could just also Volt. I'm actually Specs, I forgot I'm Specs, so I'm forced to stay in for Electro Drift. Fake Out, that's fine. I think the Miraidon's gonna drop here, but they put in it got 2 KOs. It got 2 KOs this match, it's fine. Got Landorus here too. I can go for Sandsear Storm, but it's not 100% accurate here. But like, I should be able to still at least, as long as I landed on one of them, I think I still guarantee win the game. Because the Landorus, or the Incineroar is at -2 SpDef, so. Let's go for Electro Web here for some chip damage, and I'll go for Sandsear Storm. Just a solid amount of damage. Please don't tell me I miss on both things, okay. Get rid of the Incineroar at the very least, that's great. Doesn't even one-shot me. The Sunsteel Strike does not even one-shot me. That's so pathetic. Unless he's running more of a bulky Solgaleo, which he maybe could be. But like if he's fully offensive Solgaleo, that damage is really laughable. That's so sad if that's like fully offensive Solgaleo. That can't be fully offensive though. That has to be more of like a bulky Solgaleo build. So otherwise, I think that would have one-shotted me. I think that's game. I think he just surrenders again. Not even bad. This is what you call pure domination right here. Pure fucking domination. Not once did we absolutely kick this guy's ass. We kicked this guy's ass twice. And not even like, it wasn't even like a close game. Like, we kicked his ass twice. Like, it was a really dominant fashion. The guy got stomped on. Like, that's how it was. Especially the second game. He was not prepared for the Alolan Raichu Miraidon leads. Not bad. Another really good game. I really like this team. Let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, I think we actually found it, y'all. I think this is actually the first time that Alolan Raichu has like a specific use in like its entirety that's been added to the game. I think if you guys want to use an Alolan Raichu team, I think this is probably the team you're going to want to use. Or like at least a team similar to this. It doesn't have to be this exact team, but I think if you want to use it in general, I think the way to use Alolan Raichu currently is as a support alongside Miraidon. I think that's what it really fits into. Because actually it goes together really, really well. Just mainly because Alolan Raichu, you're relying on your high speed to outspeed everything. You're not running on with Prankster. It's like a lot of the stuff you do, like the Encore and the fake tiers, isn't blocked by a lot of the dark types. Unlike a lot of the other stuff that wants to do the kind of like the same thing, like Whimsicott and stuff like that, that relies on Prankster, or like Tornadus, and there's a few other Prankster mons that get the same similar type moves. But like you don't have to worry about that, which is a huge advantage. So you're able to like use fake tiers on a lot of stuff that normally a lot of the other mons can't really hit at all because they're immune because of the Prankster. So that's kind of cool. Apart from that, overall I think this team's also really good. I think the one thing I used kind of the least on this team was the Moltres. But I think that's just the main reason why I didn't bring it as much as some of the other stuff, is because I was going against a lot of teams that had like Flutter Mane and a few other things that would just kind of destroy the Moltres. So I kind of just got a little bit unlucky matchmaking wise. But I do think the Moltres is still really good on this team. If you guys want my honest opinion too, I think if you want a really solid team to like get yourself to Master Ball tier, I think it's actually a pretty solid team to like get you through like the Great Ball Ultra tier, like Ultra Ball tier, and up into Master Ball. I think that's how good this team actually is, which is really weird to say because this team has fucking Alolan Raichu on it, but I'm going to be real with you guys. I did like 4 or 5 testing games, plus every single game you guys seen in this video, and I went undefeated in every single match. This is probably one of the first teams that I used like, especially like something oddball like Alolan Raichu, at least recently, and I've actually went like undefeated with the team. And it actually was, most of the games were actually like really dominant games. I actually was like a 2 to like 3, sometimes even like a 4-0 most of the time with this team. So like if your opponent's not prepared for this team, like you're able to just steamroll and get some really fast kills and just KO everything. If they do not have checks for you, or like if they fuck around and like way too long, you're kind of able to overwhelm them with damage and like really fast pace the game and kind of just overwhelm that way to where they either lose something really crucial early on, or they're not able to come back like later in the match and it's too late and then you kind of just automatically win at that point, which I think this team's really good at doing. So I don't really have any critiques or like feedback for this team either. I think this team overall, for what it really is, I think it's probably the best it's going to get. I don't think there's really anything I really would like least feedback or like critique wise I really even say about this team. So really solid team. That's why I like to feature a lot of the Alolan Raichu teams too, because I think it's a really fun mon to use. It's also one of the like my favorite Alolan type mons. I feel like Alolan Raichu is one of those mons that always got the short end of the straw, especially when it first got put into the game. Like it's never really had a time where it's actually really viable. It was used a little bit when it was first introduced back in I think was it Gen 7 or whatever, went back in Ultra Sun and Moon. But I don't know, apart from that, after it lost a lot of its move pool, like rising voltage and shit and that type of thing, there was really like no electric terrain setters in the game that were actually good up until now. It's kind of gotten outshadowed. I think you can actually probably use it now if you really want to. As a support, granted, it's only good if it really as like a support, but as a support, I think it's really, really good, especially alongside Miraidon. I think that's probably one of the best pairings so far. If you guys want like a specific pairing with a restricted, Miraidon, Alolan Raichu go together really, really well. If you guys want to use a team, rental code up in the corner, pokepaste down below. Really solid team. If you want to get to Master Ball really easily, I think this would be a great team to get to Master Ball really easily. It's also another one of those teams that's really straightforward to use as well. You don't really need to like know really that much to use this team. It's pretty easy to pilot. So if you guys want to just use the team, like I said, it's going to easily get you up to probably Master Ball tier. It's really easy to use, like really straightforward. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary. So like as long as you play like maybe like 1 or 2 testing games, just kind of get a little feel for the team, you can probably just go hop right into ranked and just still do really, really well. So something else I kind of like about the team. Apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Got a bunch more stuff on the way you guys not want to miss. I'm also gonna be having another one of my teams. I'm actually currently building a team around Terrapagos. I don't know when that team's gonna be done, but it should be done probably in the next week or 2. We'll see how it goes. It just depends how much time I have to like get everything in game and how difficult it is to find everything and that type of stuff. But I do have a team around Terrapagos that we'll be bringing into the game, hopefully within the next few weeks. I also have some singles stuff. If you guys miss it, I actually do stream usually on Saturday nights. I stream Wi-Fi battles, some singles. So if you guys want to hop over here, I'm usually streaming 6v6 singles on the in-game ladder. So if you get that interested, you guys, feel free to drop by usually on Saturday nights around like 9:80 ST. Apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.